A lot has been happening in Nigeria, and knowing that you have so much knowledge, especially as it concerns the political space, what is happening in this country. The latest of all that I have seen you have commented about is the the Supreme Court judgment that has given the local government autonomy. You were one time the chairman of Karo local government. You want to give us your opinion as far as this judgment is concerned?
Well, thank you very much. First, let me say that I am truly pleased to be here. And I want to seize this opportunity for the first time I'm being here to congratulate Nasara, our own team, for this vision. I know that it's been a long way coming, and it's not going to be easy to run a platform like this. So I want to commend your courage for venturing into this for the first time in the history of Nasarawa State. For me, this is the way to go, and I hope that critical stakeholders who understand what it means to invest in ventures like this will support it. So I congratulate you and
Thank
your
you.
team
Thank you
for
very much.
this vision, and I hope that it yields the desired results. For what you have asked, the latest decision of the Supreme Court on local government, I think it's been a very, very long journey. And if you may recall that even while I was in the office as chairman of CARO, I've been an ardent advocate of local government autonomy. So, and I kept that faith because I believe lying in the local government are a lot of solutions
Okay.
to our current challenges. But because the local government has not been allowed to function optimally, to carry out those functions is created to serve, those challenges, I keep saying, no matter how much the federal or state government will spend resources or invest resources, those challenges, we may not have solutions anytime soon. So the solution is embedded in the freedom for local government. And I also say development, if you watch countries that have made significant progress and have developed, is that their development is anchored on, there is a foundation upon which that will stand. For us in Nigeria, we will continue to battle with issues of development because there's no foundation. You can't put anything on nothing and expect it to stand. For us in the country, the local government has been caged over the years. That has made small and medium scale enterprises very weak. And as long as small and medium scale enterprises are weak, there is no robust plan for development that can stand the test of time, and it can never have impact on the citizens. I'm always quick to say, look, there is no Nigerian that lives in a federal or state government. Every Nigerian lives in a local government. So it means that local government is supposed to be the strongest tier of government because it bears the burden of the nation. Anything that happens where we're having this conversation now, anything that happens is the chairman of Akwanga local government that will be beckoned on first. He has the first-hand information. He relates with the citizens of this area on a daily basis. His Excellency the Governor, when he returns to his hometown in Gudi, he lives in Akwanga local government. He's under the care of the chairman. If he goes back to his office in Lafia, he lives in Lafia local government, where a chairman superintends over the affairs of that locality. So for me, it's an aberration for the nation to relegate the local government. In any case, founding fathers of local government thought it wise. One of the primary aim of local government is to bring governance close to the people. You will recall that in the days of IBB, up to the first term of His Excellency President Obasanjo, you know how deep the local government is. Local government chairmen are well respected in communities. Councillors are well respected. The reason is because they are carrying out their functions and obligations. You see chairmen of local government there building roads, building quality schools, building quality primary healthcare centers, providing access or doing culverts, doing drainages, ensuring that our environment are clean. You will recall in the village then, when the Dubagaris are coming to your village that day, it's like the whole village is in a standstill. Your pit latrine must be clean.
Must be clean.
So these are the impacts. The local government, it was coordinated. All these things were coordinated by the local government. You remember DFRI then? That was a department that was involved in rural roads. So for me, this judgment did not come to me as a surprise.
Honorable, sorry to interject before you go further to react concerning the judgment. But where did we get it wrong? Where, at what point did this whole thing you mentioned change?
Now, during the first term of His Excellency President Obasanjo, local government enjoyed their autonomy up to 2003.
Okay.
Where the governors now came together because they found out that the chairmen were becoming too powerful and connected to their people. Not that powerful in the sense that they would not have the support of chairmen. They did not like the fact that the chairmen were working for the citizens. So, if you want to become governor in Nasarawa, you need to bring the chairman to understand why you want to become governor. Because the chairmen were basically connected, neatly connected with their people. And the reason is because of the services they were rendering to the people. Then, in the local government, then nobody cares to know who is the governor. Nobody cares to, oh, we want to form one delegation and go and visit the governor. We have a challenge for this. Nobody cares to visit the senator. Everybody sees the chairman and councillor as their everything, as their president, their senator, their governor, because they are meeting their obligations. And then the small and medium scale enterprises were very, very active. And that is why every policy of government was working, because when the local government is active, if the local government is building a primary healthcare center in a locality, for instance, there are women that are going to sell food, sell water, sell this. This is small businesses that are active on a daily basis because those activities are regular. So these women know that I have my customers already. So I know that in the next 1 week, they are going to work in this community and cooking to go and sell. So young persons too are getting jobs, decent, reliable jobs on a daily basis because there is no time for them to be recruited to think of crime. Because you find out that the local government is churning out activities regularly. So young persons were involved in doing those activities. So nobody get room for any, oh, let's discuss now. I have an assignment for you. I give you 50K. Go and kidnap this person, or go and steal this thing for me from this property that is located so place. Nobody had the time. That was why that accounted for the low
Crime.
rate of crime that was recorded there.
Then,
So the governors came together and ensured that they got the president to understand that they need to be in charge of the local government. So they now got the National Assembly then to amend the constitution to provide for a state joint account. Okay? So the state joint account is an account where funds are accruing, for instance, to 13 local government for Nasarawa State will hit that account before it's shared to the local government councils. But before then, every local government gets paid directly from the federation account. If you're chairman of Akwanga, at the end of the month, once FAC is held, You get your credit directly from the
Direct.
federation account. So we got it. The governors gang up, as far as I'm concerned, it's my personal opinion. The governors gang up against the top tier of government in Nigeria, and it's for political reasons. And that is why they have held the local government, to my personal opinion, hostage since then. So now, when money hits that account, the governor now appoints a commissioner to superintend over funds that the
Personnel.
commissioner has no constitutional power to apply, because those funds are meant for only local government officials. Section 7, subsection 1 of the Constitution, it says that it is only a democratically elected system of government that is guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, though the Constitution gave power to the state houses of assembly to make laws for the administration, finances of local government. But that constitution does not give the assembly power to make law to create for caretaker committee that you have seen state houses of assembly have done. Now, the governors did that because they knew that they determine who becomes a member of the assembly. The governors run their political parties as if they are running their private entity. So the governor, at his beck and call, dip his hand into his pocket and release ticket. Okay, Mr. Habila, I will not give you tickets to contest the election.
You are not absolutely
You are not
loyal.
loyal. Do you understand?
Yes.
If, regardless of the capacity to deliver on that particular office you want to vie for, it doesn't. It's not the consideration of the governor. The governor is looking for people who will be subservient to him as an individual, not even the government, to him as an individual. So we got it all wrong in 2003 when the governor rose up and waged war, as far as I'm concerned, on the top tier of government. Created the state joint account, and then of course the state independent electoral body. But I've always maintained there is nothing independent about the state electoral commission.
We will get to that.
So that was where we got everything wrong, and the local government was plunged into dark days, and gradually Nigerians lost confidence in the third tier of government. There is no Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians, if you ask them who is your local government chairman, they may not be able to tell you. Or the worst is, or ask him, who is your councillor? You can't tell them because they have lost confidence in the third tier of government. They believe nothing good can come out of the local government. Now, that accounts for the poor recruitment process into the affairs of local government, giving rise to highly incompetent individual now becoming local government chairman. You see a local government chairman, with due respect, that cannot speak English. You see a local government chairman, with due respect, that does not even know what is the function of local government.
But they will tell you that speaking English is not the basis for intelligence or wisdom.
No.
They will tell you if you can speak the language that the people at your locality can understand.
Absolutely. I agree with that argument. But you see, we live in an age where the lingua franca and the official language of the nation is English. I agree that you can run your office speaking Hausa or Mada or Kuru, and you can still deliver the goods. You can understand development. If you can't speak English, maybe you may have to read in English and understand development. The truth of the matter is that you must be skilled to understand what it means to develop. You must read. So if the books are not written in Mada or Hausa, how do you read it? Do you understand? So anybody that will sit and tell you that a leadership is not about grammar, the point is that you must read books. I read books. Do you get? I read the Constitution, for instance, to know what the Constitution is telling me to do as a leader. This constitution is not written in Koro, it's not written in Hausa, but I am aware it has been translated to Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. So if I don't know how to read in Hausa, I'm a Koro man. This constitution has never been written in my native language. How do I read it? So the argument that leadership is not about grammar, I agree. It's not about grammar, it's not about speaking English. There are a lot of leaders today who are speaking very good English and performing badly. True. As worst as you can think. So I agree with that argument. But the point is that if you can't speak English, you must lead. Because even in your office, the files you're going to minute, you will not be minuting in Mada or minuting in Koro or minuting in Hausa even. Yes. That we all speak. You'll be minuting those files in English. In English. So I think it's a lazy excuse for somebody who doesn't want to develop himself to say, look, this leadership is not about grammar. No, you must read. If you want to succeed as a leader, you must read. There are theories of development. Which one applies to you as a leader? If you're a local government, there are theories of development that applies to you as a leader in the locality. So you must get yourself acquainted to some of those things. Then you can be able to say, oh, let me practicalize and domesticate some of these things. So, and of course, as a leader, you are the image of that office. Sure. So if you go out of your locality, are you going to be interfacing with people in Mada or Koro or Hausa when people are discussing very, very serious, important issue? You go and sit down and be saying, I beg, this thing is not about this grammar they are talking. The truth of the matter is that you must give leadership to your, for instance, in a local government, you give leadership at all ramifications. When I was in Kara, I told them I represent Nasarawa because I'm the image of the state. Somebody drives in from central area, 10 minutes is in my office. What he sees in my office is what it takes to be for the entire state. So I have a responsibility to provide good image for the state. So what they see me doing, they will say, oh, local government chairman in Nasarawa state are actually very good. So that is the role I also have to play because my local government borders the FCT, and that's why we're called the gateway to the FCT. So it means once you open the gate, whatever you see is what you may want to conclude on the state. And that was why I always tell the governor, look, we must not compromise the quality of leadership we provide in Kano. Yes, there are a lot of enormous human resources in Cairo local government. There are persons who are very, very good. So always when you're considering leadership position for Cairo.
Talking about giving good image, let's talk about your experience when you were the executive chairman of Karo local government, especially as regards to the financial autonomy judgment by the Supreme Court. When you were the chairman, we want to have an idea. You hear people say when the money from the federation lands into the joint account, the governor would call the chairman and say, for instance, take 100 million naira, then he holds the remaining amount of money. You go, you do what you want to do, and then if you want to do more things when your money is finished, you have to come back to the governor and say, Your Excellency, the money you gave me has finished. Please, I need more so I can do other things. You want to give us an experience when you were the chairman as far as the issue of the joint account.
Spirit and intent of the joint account is supposed to be a transit account. Transit in the sense that money from the federation account hits the account, and those money will leave completely to 13 local government, for instance, in Nasarawa State. Now, there is one critical component of that account that has never been implemented. That law creating that account provides that when federation allocates that account, the state total IGR that is generated within the state must pay 10% of it into that account before it is shared to 13 local government. No governor has ever paid 10% of the IGR of the state into that account. Now, management of that account leaves everyone with anything to desire about, because one, you are even appointing a commissioner who by law do not have the right to superintend on over those funds because he's not an elected chairman of a local government. Now, you made a commissioner who is appointed by the government as the chairman of, he does not have the constitutional power to apply those funds. Now, when those monies come, for instance, in Nasarawa, when I was in the office, what used to happen is that the governor, yes, he told us that we have challenges in the local government. There are local government who have overbloated staff, so their location will not be able to pay their workers' salary. So when the money comes, all the money for 13 local government is pulled into an account, and then salaries for the 13 local government workers will first of all be removed, and then there are a lot of deductions ranging from 5% of money to local government, and then you have deduction that they created an account to save your money with the ministry. Now they give you those salary and then give you some small running costs. What is safe? You do have access to it until maybe you write and you have a strong case that those money, that is your money. Okay, that's your money, but you cannot access it anytime you want. The day we do ready, some of those expended, them are expended on other programs, but that money, times they can even spend it without recourse to local government. So, but for me, as at the time we were in the office, we run a state joint account that is managed by the state. The account is not managed. So whatever happened to that account is the sole responsibility.
Honorable sir, there has been a picture that has gone viral on the social media where yourself, the former Minister of Environment, Barrister Mohammed, and the chairman of the People's Democratic Party having a roundtable discussion, knowing that you are a member of the APC. Some people believe that there's a grand plan that you are planning to leave the APC for the PDP. Can you clarify that, please?
Well, for me, really, this is actually laughable. And I know that those pictures came out day before yesterday. I can't count the number of calls I got as a result of those pictures. And let me also add that Honorable Daniel Oga Ogazi was also in that picture. Now, I don't know why it's an issue in the States. Is someone guilty of anything? Because for me, if you're not guilty of anything, you won't say anything about those pictures because one, the chairman of APC himself,
Mm,
the senator representing Nasarawa West, who is of the SDP,
mm.
the chairman of his APC in Nasarawa State, Aliu Bello, is always with him. That one has not made headline.
Okay.
The governor of Nasarawa State himself visits other leaders of other political parties. It hasn't made any news. So I really do not know why we paid our brother, the chairman of the PDP, a fraternal visit. We are not at war. The state is not in war. And for the fact that I belong to a political party does not preclude me my relationship with other brothers in other political parties. We just paid a fraternal visit to our brother to share ideas and rub minds on issues of development. So I do not know why is causing a lot of uproar in the states. And in any case, If I choose to belong to a political party, it's my personal decision and right. If I want to leave, I will also tell you. I will tell the state, I will tell my party